Welcome back and Merry Christmas to you, one and all. Hope you're having a good Christmas day. I obviously will be at the in-laws, so yeah, I'll be having a good Christmas day. Love my fiance's parents. Absolutely, well, her mum, not really her father, but we'll get that's nothing we need to discuss on videos. So yeah, welcome back. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Hope you've had a lot of chocolate, food. Obviously we've had a good week so far. We've seen some great episodes of wrestling. We've seen against all odds this week as I've just looked when these are going to go out. So I'm having to move the schedule down a day so it don't fall on Friday. But this will come out on Friday. This is going to be a bumper episode. We're not only going to be doing the whole of two explosions, two impact tables like we normally do. We're going to be doing the whole month, including lockdown, in this one bumper episode. Now this is my second time of trying to tape this. I went into a crash, and it booted me out the game, and then I had to restart all the explosion tapings, which has kind of helped me better, because I think I've now come up with better angles and storylines for explosion, and I've got a better idea what I want to do on Impact instead of rushing into it because I needed to get it done. I've gone away for a few days, I've thought about what I wanted to do, and I'm going to come back, and hopefully it's going to show. So shall we begin? I've got my tea as always, you should know that by now. We are of course at Universal Studios tonight. And in the terrible pre-show match, Akira Hamad, Big Swole, Brandy Rhodes, and Io Shirai defeated Marcy Estella, Laura Van Ness, Arnie Andrew, and Ali in 71 when Brandy Rhodes pinned Laura Van Ness. Ali 22, Ariana Andrews 22, Laura Van Ness 16, Macy Estella 41. Io Shirai 32, Brandy Rhodes 13, Big Swole 32, and Akira Hammer 34. Got a 33 overall. I'm just going to look over the cup so I can see what I'm pushing. In a poor pre-show match, Rockstar Spud defeated Nakamura Fuji in 76 by the Turtle World DDT. Marufuji 31, Rockstar Spud 42. Got a 40. Not bad for them too, actually. And in a terrible pre-show match, Malia Kanai, Tiana and Winter defeated Madison Rain, Kira Hojai, and Jade in 8-11 when Winner pinned Kira Hojai with a catatonic. Jade 30, Kira Hojai 22, Madison Rain 33, Winner 24, Sienna 26, and Maria Kanellis 21. Got a 29 overall. That's why it's on the pre-show. And in the pre-show, October Wrestling and Crowdy, ODB, and Raquel defeated Surrey and Lady Tapper in 8-10 when ODB pinned Lady Tapper the TKO. Lady Tapper 17, Sierra 27, Raquel 16, and ODB 36. Got a 29. We'll move on. And this goes to 51, which is not 54, sorry. This is better than I thought it would do. And my welcome to Explosion tonight. Velvet Sky faces off with Rosemary for a chance to win her third knockout championship, and she's joining me now. And Sky's like, look, Mike, I'm ready for this, but I know it's going to be a challenge going into the main event with James Mitchell by her side, and probably the rest of the K somewhere in the building. I'm ready to go out there. I'm ready. I'm going to go out there and win my third knockouts title. And with that, Madison walks off on my side. Thanks, Velvet. Sky up next. Up next is X Division action. So that's how we open up. Interview with Velvet. Head of her match later on this evening. Obviously, she won that Battle Royal against all odds, giving her that number one contendership, and she's going to get it tonight. In a total match, Caleb Conley defeated Andrew Everett, Kushida, and Amazing Red in 6:23. Is that 6:20? 6:33 by the looks of it, when Caleb Conley pinned Andrew Everett with the inverted overdriver. Set up a bit better. Yeah, that's better. I can see now. Andrew Everett 27, Kushida 26, Caleb Conley 33, Amazing Red 32. As I said, we've got to build all these people up, hence why we're putting it at the moment. This is why Explosion is the home of the X Division knockouts, because I don't want to be bumming the ratings down on the main card just yet. And I've had a look, and I think we're going to do really poor attendance at Korakuen Hall, but I don't care. In about a decent match with the crowd was terrible wrestling. Gail Kim and Jordan Grace defeated Marty Bell and Awesome Kong in 7:03 when Gail Kim pinned Marty Bell with a Hurricane Rana. Awesome Kong 37, Marty Bell 15, Jordan Grace 32, and Gail Kim 30. Gail Kim and Jordan Grace have zero chemistry as partners. Oh. Right, we'll have to find Gail Kim another partner then. I'm thinking about bringing the Knockouts tag titles back and teaming off everybody, and you'll see why in the bit later on. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm hinting at it. I'm not going to do it just yet, but it's been hinted. You might have to wait till we're on the road to Battle for Glory. So you've got Lockdown. Show a look. So you've got Lockdown, Fully Loaded, Sacrifice, Summiversary, Destination X, Hard Justice, Bound for Glory. So yeah, you've got, it'll probably come in around about, we'll announce it probably around about Summiversary and then build it up if we're going to do it. And, you can see all the pay-per-views. We get 34, not bad. The DGC's backstage and we see he's pacing outside the building, between the two yellow buildings where the cars pull up and stuff over the years. And he's pacing back and forth, and DJZ's like, look, Spud, you're not champion, you're nothing but a cheater. Cheating loser. I ain't done with you. I want a chance to face you in that cage, and I will get it. He is coming RGM to run this show, and then you'll not run around cheating. You'll have to put up or shut up. Watch your back, Spud. I'm coming for you. Strong words there from DJZ, of course, to Rockstar Spud, of course. This storyline, of course, Spud took the title from Z on the first night under Sting's reign back in January on the first Impact Wrestling on Pop, which now we're no longer on. But obviously, he cheated to win. We then brought in all the Progress Boys, and it turned out that this is all a part of a big invasion from the British side of things, which is going to happen in a minute. But yeah, so DJZ he's not happy. And of course, he's mentioning this general manager. We've also got the representative of Challenge TV coming from the UK. So everything's kind of hotting up in TNA at the moment. In a poor match, Pete Dunne and Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Mark Andrews and Will Ospreay in 6-18 when Pete Dunne pinned Will Ospreay with the Mizuki driver. Will Ospreay 31, Mark Andrews 32, Zack Sabre Jr. 42, Pete Dunne 24, got a 39, not bad. All of them being British, of course, not very well known in America, so they did really well. Well done, boys. In a bad enough cheating tail wrestling, DJZ defeated Pentagon Jr. in 7:44 by pin of the Bible Black. DJZ 41, Pentagon Jr. 21, got a 37. And after the match, DJZ celebrating his victory when Spud, Pete, and Zaxo Jr. run in and beat up the living hell out of DJZ. I put this angle in because I didn't really feel like having Rockstar Spud on the pre-show and not having him on the main RX Division Champion appear on the main card of Explosion, which is about the knockouts and the thing. I need the champion to appear at some point on screen on the main show, so that's what I've done there. Gets a 23, and then the announcement for next week is we're going to have 2 matches booked. Now, I know there's no point in pre-booking matches on here because obviously we've already got we've already started the tapings, and that obviously means this will follow straight afterwards. So the people sat in the venue right now at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, between 2 and 3, will probably take these at Universal. Then we'll let people go, and then we'll let new people in for the other show. But yeah, so it will be Pete Dunne, Rockstar Spud, and Zack Sabre Jr. And obviously, I did book this in for for the second show anyway. So this actually did happen on the original booking. So it's going to happen again. It'll be the British Invasion will be in action, taking on those 3 guys. There we go. 23, not bad. And our main event of the night is Velvet Sky taking on a Rosemary. Gets a 30. And in about these match crowds, Subpar Wrestling, Rosemary defeated Velvet Sky in 15:01 by pin of the Olympic Slam, following interference from Winter. Rosemary's defense number 4 of 5, of the Knockouts title. Velvet Sky got a 30, Rosemary got a 35, got a 40 rated. Not a bad main event, actually. Quite proud of these two. I wasn't expecting it to do that well. Especially with Winter coming out and helping out, I don't think the closing angle is going to do well tonight. After the match, James gets in the ring and orders both Winter and Rosemary to beat up on Sky and Madison Rain, and she comes out for the save and chases them off. Rain's like, next week, Explosion, me and Sky facing you 2 assholes. So yeah, that's going to be another tag team match next week, and is that a hint that the beautiful people are returning to TNA? Obviously, Velvet Sky and Madison Rain have both got a lot of history within the company, teaming prior. Obviously, the beautiful people was an important part. Now, Winter, obviously, is very similar to Rosemary. Rosemary, of course, has been a demon thing, but the gimmicks were very similar, similar to what Decay is about. So, no surprise that Winter has joined. But is this going to be the end of it? Obviously, this is going to lead into a bigger storyline over the coming months. It's not just going to be up to Lockdown. This is going to be a main event next week. I'm really looking forward to this one. I'm going to pre-book it there. I haven't got anyone else on board yet for this storyline, but I want the female side of Decay on the Explosion. I want a bit like how the males, you've got Dragon Aztec Jr., Montez, Psycho Clown, Crazy Steve, and Abyss on the main TNA Impact. I want the Decay to have a stronger women's division. I don't want them to interfere in the X division. I don't want Decay to be a part of the X division, but I want them to become like this abominable force like they have on the male roster thing. And all of this is going to lead into big storylines for the DK. The DK is not going to be put in the lurch because of the current ongoing issues with Bullet Club. I want to start using Decay more, and I think the best way of doing that for now is by putting this together. Obviously, I won't put Winter in angles on Impact, the first set of Impact tapings, but obviously she'll probably appear with Rosemary in the second angles if we do any angles for them on the main card. But we finished the show there. Nice show. Getting us an overall rating of 41, which I think is actually our best rated explosion. Let's finish the show. Thank you. I'm gonna hit this save button repeatedly to make sure it's saved. I always do it. Right, let's have a look at our show history a minute, because obviously these are the 2017 shows. We started with TNA Impact, and then we've got Impact Wrestling, TNA Genesis, and it goes back to TNA Impact, which is good. But yeah, so Explosion, we brought Explosion in on the third week of February, March, April. So we got into the end of April before we can bring on, So that's when we brought it back. I'm thinking of the wrong series there, don't ignore me. But yeah, so that got a 37. Episode of Explosion got a 37. We then had the Explosion taping, which got a 39. And then we had the TNA Impact tapings. So, in retrospect, this is our best rated that's good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you for the next set of tapings. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I'll pause this and I'll see you in a few minutes with the second set of Explosion tapings. And we are back. Hooray! Let's continue this show, shall we? We've got two impacts to book after this, so I'm really happy with this show. Someone's here on a one nightly deal, and they're in the big closing angle of Impact Explosion. Sorry, so yeah, get ready for that. But we see backstage in the gorilla position, getting ready for their opening match, of course, as a BI. Okay, British Invasion, and we see Rockstar. He goes, "I ended it against all odds when I beat you again, DJZ." Now you want to come out here with 2 rejects of the UK scene? That's fine. But they are traitors, and we'll destroy them. This is Explosion, and we are in action. And then their music starts and they come out to the ring, and we have the opening match. Mostly tonight, not many angles. There's more about the wrestling tonight, unlike last week's. And in a poor match? You call it 40, guys. Hello. DJZ, Mark Andrews, and Will Ospreay defeat the British Invasion, Pete Dunne's XO Junior Rockstar Spud when DJZ pinned Pete Dunne with the Bible Black. Rockstar Spud 43, XO Junior 43, Pete Dunne 24, Will Ospreay 34, Mark Andrews 30, and DJZ 41. Got a 40 overall. Not bad. Quite happy with that. In a bad dynamic cheating tail wrestling, Akira Hammer, Big Swole, Gail Kim, Kaija Hydra, and Jordan Grace defeat Laura Van Ness, Maria Kanellis, Mighty Bell, Sienna, and Awesome Kong in 6:30 when Gail Kim pinned Mighty Bell with the inverted stomp facebreaker. Awesome Kong 38, Sienna 25, Mighty Bell 16, Maria Kanellis 22, Laura Van Ness 16. Jordan Grace 42, Kira Hydra 21, Gail Kim 39, Big Swole 30, and Akira Hamada got a 36. Got a 35 overall, which is not bad. Can't complain with that. Got 35. In a title match, Cobra Connolly defeated Red, Andrew Everett, Kushida, Pentagon Jr., and Marufuji in 48 when Colo Connolly pinned Andrew Everett in inverted overdriver. Andrew Everett 28, Amazing Red 30, Caleb Connolly 35, Kushida 26, Pentagon Jr. 27, and Marufuji 34. Got a 35. As everybody in the X Division now on the show. That leads into the main event. We see James Mitchell backstage with Winter, standing with Winter, and Rosemary, and he's looking pretty angry. And Joe's like, "Oh, Madison, you don't know what you're getting yourself into, love. You see, I'm building Decay to the top, and the men's side is strong, and I'm building the women's side to be that strong, and you stuck your nose in. Sky, you think you could win? You never could win and beat Rosemary. You see, Decay is on top, and you are not." And then we hear their music hit, and we go into the main event. And in about a decent match, the crowd was subpar wrestling. Winter and Rosemary defeated Velvet Sky and Madison Rayne in 21:37 when Winter pinned Velvet Sky with a blood mist after James Mitchell interfered. Rosemary 37. Winner 24, Madison Rayne 31, and Velvet Sky 39. Got a 38 overall. We're going to move to the next angle. Why isn't she on screen? Anyway, I'm not going to complain because I'm going to ruin the surprise unless you read the text. So after the match, James gets in the ring and Winter and Rosemary continue attacking until Angelina Love comes out of the crowd for the save. And Love gets a mic and he goes, I might not be signed to TNA Wrestling, which she is not. She's only signed for tonight. I was here as a fan. I'm going to go to Sting and I will sign. And next week, find someone. The beautiful people are back. And this is now war. And he gets a 32, and that's where we finished the show. Winner was used too much on the show. Don't really care. Trying to build her up. She did a great main event. The best match of the night should have been the main event. But gets a 37. I'm not going to complain. I've got 2 episodes of Impact to tape, and I'll see you when I've got the first one done in a few clicks. Well, I've just confused Sky and I confused myself, but there we are. Hello everyone, welcome back. Hello. Are we ready for the main part of the juicy part of the this set part of the Christmas special? Of course, it's now time for TNA Impact, the main A show. And it is a pre-show match. Even got the third Tiger Mask and Red Dragon defeated the British Invasion, Mighty Skull, Tyler Bay, Trent Seven, and Doug Williams 72, and Tiger Mask pinned Tyler Bay with the crossface. Chicken wing suplex. Doug 52, Trent Zone 21, Tyler Bate 24, Marty Skull 40, Tiger Mask 45, Kyle O'Reilly 42, Bobby Fish 40, and even got the third 59. Got a 50 overall. Excuse me a moment. Sorry about that. It's always nice when you get massive parcels for your letterbox and you wonder what the hell we've ordered. And then you remember what you've ordered and you're like, oh, okay, that one was exciting. But it is a pre-show match. Mike Bennett, the Bromez, and All Night Express defeat Moose. The Briscoes, the Briscoes, and Motor Machine Guns in 808 when Red Tires pinned Alex Shelley, the Muff Driver. Malik Shelley 42, Chris Sabin 51, Jay Briscoe 50, Mark Briscoe 46, Moose 41, Mike Bennett 52, Kenny King 40, Erectitis 35, Jesse Goddard 31, and Robbie E 31. Got a 49. Yep, of course, when Erectitis. It was meant to be Mike Bennett getting the win. Well, anyway, the right team won. In a decent pre-show match, Bram and Eli Drake defeat Garza Jr. and AR Fox, who are on a only deal, when Eli Drake pinned AR Fox with the bottom rung. AR Fox 37, Garza Jr. 48, Eli Drake 34, Bram 45, got a 48 overall, not bad. In a decent pre-show match, Aaron Rex defeated Jesus Rodriguez in 7:18 by pinfall to Terminus. Jesus Rodriguez 28, Aaron Rex 55, got a 50. I have seen him wrestle live in person in Cromer in Norfolk, England, as part of WAW. It was amazing. In a decent pre-show match, Jay Lethal and Kingston defeated Alex Zane and Jake Hager in 7:58 when Kingston pinned Hager with the sliding D. Kingston 36, Jay Lethal 51, Jake Hager 54, Alex Zane 38. Thinking about hiring Jake Hager permanently as a babyface in the company. So that's probably something you're going to see coming up. Maybe the next set of tapings, maybe after lockdown. I don't know, but I do need some more faces. This is why we're getting so many. There's like 6 heels. And a double feature match on Mighty Jannetty. I don't know why Mighty Jannetty defeated Aiden O'Shea in 627 by people with the Rocket Drop. Anyway, Mighty Jannetty beats him. It wasn't meant to happen. It was meant to be Aiden O'Shea going over, but there we are. So we get stills of the last Sunday night's pay-per-view. Then we cut to the venue. Pryor goes off on the stage and above the ring, and then we go straight into the action. Where in a terrible match, the Decay, Montez, Psycho Clown, and Crazy Steve defeat Al Snow and War Machine in 7:41 when Montez pinned Ray Rowe with a flipping body slam after James Mitchell interfered. Crazy Steve 32, Psycho Clown 24, Montez 28. Ray Rowe got 22, Hanson got 28, and Al Snow got 29. Got a 32. Just the way of getting Decay on screen. And then we see Sting on the phone. It looks like he's discussing the Challenge TV representative when Paul Heyman and Frontline storm into the room and Sting says sorry and puts the phone down. And Paul's like, so what? So what? You're going to put us in a lethal lockdown? It's bullshit. Look, I've had it with the idiots. 2 months we've dealt with them. Now this other match, change it or face the consequences. And Sting's like, first, any of you touch me, you're gone, okay? Look, it's going to happen and it's not going anywhere. The match is happening and you're not going to change it. Now, can you leave? Thank you. And of course, as we now have announced at the last pay-per-view, we're going to have 2 lethal lockdown matches on the card, which is very exciting. The first time at TNA have ever done it. And Paul's like, I told you, warned you, Sting. This is now a war, and I'm going to destroy you and TNA Wrestling. Come on, boys. And they leave the room. Gets to 68. And that leads us into our next match of the night, where Bully Ray defeats Juice von Liger in 7:38 by pinfall. He makes defense number 3 of the United States title. Bully Ray 59, Juice von Liger 49. Got a 53. Nice match. And afterwards, Moose comes out. And after that, Moose's music hits, and Bull looks really shot. Bully Ray looks really shot. That, he's coming out here. Moose is like, you might have made me say I quit, but I'm still standing. I'm not done with this war. I want more chance in the steel cage at Corrigan Hall. And Bully's like, not happening, Moose. Not going to happen. It won't happen, so give up. And when this Bully just leaves the ring, walks up the ramp with a bout and looks at Moose and then goes down the tunnel behind him. And then gets a 55. Beautiful. And then we see the Bullet Club arrive in the limo, and we see Kenny step out, followed by the World Champion, the new Tag Team Champions, and then Adam, of course. And Kenny's like, we have arrived at the Impact Zone, so tomorrow we can have fun right here in Universal. But right now, we're all about business. You see, we've now got the gold, and we're all over TNA Wrestling, and Sting answers to us. Without this, there is no TNA, but tonight, the 3 champions will face Eddie and the Broken Hardys in a trial steel cage main event. Me and Adam will face Drew and Magnus, and Storm and MVP will face Ryan and Lashley next on TNA Impact. Let's go, boys. And they enter the building, and then we see a promo for the face of Challenge, the person who's the Challenge representative, TV representative, and he's coming in 2 weeks' time. Gets 46. In a bout of fantastic and great wrestling, Lashley and Ryan Reivers defeat MVP and James Storm at 48 when Ryan Reivers pinned James Storm. James Storm 60, MVP 49, Ryan Reivers 63, Lashley 61, got 63 overall, which is not a bad match. This did well as well. In a bout with superb wrestling and great heat, Rey Mysterio Jr. defeated Lance Archer in 11:53 by pinfall with a 6'9" into a frog splash after a distraction from Ethan Carter III. Rey Mysterio makes defense number 1 of the NWA World Heavyweight title. Lance Archer 60, Rey Mysterio got a 66, a 67 overall, hence why we put the belt on him, so we can bring him in for the next couple of tapings. Big name, big star. And I might make that a main event of Impact one at some point. That's a brilliant match. And then we see Decay backstage, and James is smiling. I forgot to put Rosemary on screen, and for some reason Matt Jackson's there instead of Mantez. For some reason, I don't know why. And James is like, we might not hold the gold, but we do keep winning. Now, we do have the Knockouts champion in our midst, and this week on Explosion, she'll beat Velvet Sky. We already know that doesn't what happened because that's already been taped. But we're just, making people want to watch it. Listen to me, TNA Wrestling. Decay will take over this company. Don't fear Frontline or Bullet Club. Fear us. Come Abyss and Dragon, you've got a match. And he gets a 51, which is brilliant from these guys. I think that's probably helped by Bill Goldberg. In a decent match, Abyss and Dragon Aztec Jr. defeat Grado and Bill Goldberg in 7:59 when Abyss pinned Goldberg with the Black Hole Slam. Drazno takes 32, Abyss 59, Bill Goldberg 72, Grado 27. I'm quite surprised that Abyss pinned. I was expecting him to pin Grado because I left it up to the person who he pins, and he pinned Bill Goldberg, which is brilliant with a Black Hole Slam. Really helping Abyss. And then we see Marty Skull's not backstage, but we've got a new person. Jimmy Havoc has joined. And we see the British invasion in the locker room. It's full of the British flag and everything. And Doug's like, look, they might split us up on 2 shows, but back here, we are one. Welcome in progress, motivated wrestler Jimmy Havoc. Welcome to the group. Tonight, he faces Juice, and he will win. Look, Spud, you're in charge on Explosion. They won't let me near you 3, but they won't stop us talking on this show. Be ready. The invasion is coming. And he gets a 28. Not bad. In a bout of a great heat and good wrestling, Adam Cole and Kenny Omega defeated Magnus and Drew Galloway in 8:28 when Kenny Omega pinned Magnus. Omega 45, Cole 48, Drew Galloway 64, Magnus 58 got a 60. God, we'll get some good matches on tonight's show. In about top wrestling non-existent crowd heat, Jimmy Havoc defeated Juice Robinson 51 by pin the Death Valley Driver. Jimmy Havoc 23, Juice 25. I was expecting this to be bad. I got a 26. Not bad at all. Quite happy with that. Can cope with that. And then we see a video plays hyping Brother Nero, Broken Matt, Eddie Edwards take on Cody, Matt and Nick. Gets a 46. Not bad. And I'm just going to check something. Hold on. Yes, it is taping. Thank God for that. I was a bit worried then. Let's hope it. And in a good match, Eddie Edwards and the Broken Hardys defeat Bullet Club, TNA, Cody, Matt, and Nick Jackson in a cage match in 21-41. Broken Matt Hardy escaped the cage. Matt Jackson 49, Nick Jackson 47, Cody 59, Eddie Edwards got a 60, Brother Nero got a 66, and Matt Hardy got a 54, giving us a 61 main event. That's where we just closed, and then we got a post-show bout where Kurt Angle defeated D'Angelo Janela in 77 by pinfall, got a 52. That's where we finished the first set of tapings. Okay, it's paused. Awesome. We would have gained popularity in 4 British regions, but the growth restricted due to the limited number of viewers there. But we've got 61 overall rating, which I think we're starting to get better impacts now. As I said, it's all about building people. Our product is starting to change as well. My battery's running low. You might want to plug in your PC. Oh dear. Well, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Well, how about I plug in the PC if I can find the plug? Hold on a minute, guys. I wanted to have a look and see where that sits on all of the impacts we've done this past few months. Let's plug that in. There we go. Might explain why it's a bit darker than normal and why I was struggling to see things. Let's go to, where is the history button? I'm just going to click save. I know that I'm trying to make a super long episode, but yeah. Oh, great. Everything's going wrong now. Show history. So let's have a look at impact. So that got a 61. The taping got a 58. That taping got a 63. So that's still the better one at the moment. And then this was 65, 57 at the Hammerstein. So we are getting 60s, which is pretty decent. But then we're fading on. Yeah, you see, we're starting to get better. So yeah, it's kind of an average show for us now, which is good. And we'll see you for the next show when I've booked it in a few little clickety clicks. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed part 1 of this Christmas special. We only got 733 people in the venue for these tapings, which is bad, but hopefully the attendance will go back up to where it was before. But we'll be here again in 2 weeks' time for more tapings. But we open with James Storm in the ring. He's got a mic on him tonight. And Joe's like, last week my boys proved they can hang in the cage. And tonight, me and MVP prove when we face off against Kenny and Adam in the steel cage. You see, Liverpool Lockdown is 3 weeks away, and in Japan, we are going to kick ass. You want to scare us, it's not working. And in that cage, we will delete you. Little tongue-in-cheek to Broken Matt Hardy, who's standing with him. And sorry about your damn luck. Gets a nice 57, a great way to open up Impact. And in a poor match, which I don't agree is a poor match, Mustache Man defeated Red Dragon in 8-11 when Trent Seven pinned Kyle O'Reilly with a vertical suplex. Tyler Bate 26, Trent Seven 23, Kyle O'Reilly 43, Bobby Fish 42, got a 40, not bad. In the Baddies match, crowd was subpar wrestling. Moose defeated Aiden O'Shea in 809 by people of the Game Breaker. Aiden O'Shea 34, Moose got a 40, got a 41. And a Moose, who's not on screen for some reason, but should be on screen, goes, look around, bully. I won't give up. I want this match in the cage, but I will get it. One way or another, bully. Watch your back. Strong words from Moose, though. We'll have to wait until next week to find out what happens. And we see Drew and EC3 and Magnus backstage, and Drew's like, frontline, trying to get out of the match. Are you scared or something? Well, we are not. And we are ready, and next week we will have that match. It'll be me versus you, Lance, in the main event. The winner gets the advantage in a cage. And tonight, frontline, have fun with Bill, Kurt, and Ray in your match. We'll be watching. So our next set of tapings, which will be the live portion of the show, we'll see who gets the advantage in the first Leave Lockdown. I have a match plan for the second part, which we broke Matt RD and probably Matt or Nick in a ladder match to get the advantage for that one. But the main event will be Drew Galloway versus Lance Archer. And I can't get to the thing. There we go. Save. And that'll probably be the main event of that show. But I guess a nice 57. Not bad. In the good match, Jake Hager defeated Jay Lethal in 8:24 by submission of the Patriot Lock. Jake Hager 52. Jay Lethal 56. Got a 52. Not bad. In a decent match, Magnus, Ethan Carter III, and Drew Galloway defeated Jimmy Havoc, Marty Scurll, and Doug Williams in 7:41 when Drew Galloway pinned Jimmy Havoc the Scott drop. Drew Galloway 61, Ethan Carter III 59, Magnus 52, Doug Williams 47, Marty Scurll 42, and Jimmy Havoc 24. Got a 55. New high spot with Pop the Crowd, he's Psychology. Nice. Thank you, Pat Kenny, for coming on, who does the commentary for Explosion alongside JB. In a decent match, the Young Bucks defeated Motion Machine Guns in 10-23 when Matt Jackson pinned Alex Shelley with the Young Bucks. Young Bucks make defense number 1 of their TNA World Tag Team titles. Chris Sabin 53, Alex Shelley 42, Nick Jackson 48, Matt Jackson 49, got a 54. Not bad at all. And then we see Sting come out to the ring and he gets a 51. And Sting's like, I want to know who this TV representative is. And I'm not waiting till next week. Come out here now. And with this, the video plays and it says he'll be here next week. And he's not who you're expecting. So he's going to play that game. Next week I will be rating Challenge. Challenge is starting to piss me off. And he just drops the mic and leaves the ring. Gets a nice 75. I only did that to get a good rating on the show. In a table match, DK, Abyss, Steve, Psycho, Dragon Aztec, and Mantez defeat Hanson and Ray Rowe. Mighty United Jesus, and AR Fox in 746 on Abyss pin Jesus with the Black Hole Slam. AR Fox 34, Jesus 31, Mighty Genetic 16, Ray Rowe 23, Hanson 27, Mantez 29, Drazen 33, Psycho Clown 28, Crazy Steve 32, and Abyss standing out. The crowd were a 60, got a 43 overall. In an exceptional match, Frontline, Lance Archer, Lashley, and Ryan Reavers defeated Rey Mysterio, Kurt Angle, Bill Goldberg in 741 when Lance Archer pinned Rey Mysterio. Bill Goldberg 71, Kurt Angle 73, Rey Mysterio 65, Ryan Reavers 65, Lashley 61, and Lance Archer 60. Got a 63. That's not bad. In about a good heat and decent wrestling, Mike Bennett defeated Juice von Liger in 8-12 by pinfall with a photo finish. Mike Bennett 51, Juice von Liger 43. Vanessa did some good work at ringside, so these two have great chemistry. Got a 44. Not bad. And tonight's main event is Adam Cole, James Storm, and MVP taking on Omega and Adam Cole in the Steel Cage main event. In about a good wrestling, in about a good heat and decent wrestling, MVP and James Storm defeat Kenny Omega and Adam Cole in a cage match 25-60 when MVP escaped the cage. James Storm 61, MVP 48, Adam Cole 50, Kenny Omega 47. They got a 56. That's where we're going to finish the show. Yeah, better than I thought it would do, the main event, but this is all going to play into an angle on the next set of tapings, but we have to get through the explosion stuff first. Again, at 11, we could have gained popularity once again. 58 overall. Not bad. We'll accept that. And we'll see you guys. I'm going to stop the recording here. This is going to be part 1. Edit together in 2 big parts. And then we'll do TNA and the next set of tapings in a couple of minutes. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again real soon. Welcome back to Explosion tonight. Our general manager debuts. We're also going to see the Challenge TV representative on Impact. That will open up that'll be the big opening angle for this week's Impact, because of course we need to know who is coming on for Challenge. And not only that, this is the final set of TV tapings before lockdown, ladies and gentlemen. Lockdown's coming up at Korakuen Hall in Japan, and that's something to be looking forward to. And to the next couple of shows, everything's going to start falling into place. All the matches will come together. We've got 3 huge matches being planned by our new general manager here tonight for that show. We're going to preach about decent wrestling reaction to the crowd. Tell Wrestling, Io Shirai, Jade, and Jordan Grace defeated Macy Stella Americanis and Sienna in 7:34, and Jade pinned Sienna. Sienna 27, Marina Curtis 24, Macy Stella 41, Jordan Grace 41, Jade 31, and Io Shirai 27. Got a 30 overall, which is not bad. We'll move on. In a poor pre-show match, DJZ, Kushida, Mark Andrews, and Marufuji defeat Andrew Everett, Pentagon Jr., Rockstar Spud, Zack Sabre Jr. in 7:56 when Marufuji pinned Andrew Everett. Zack Sabre Jr. 43, Spud 42, Pentagon 27, Andrew Everett 25, Marufuji 34, and Mark Andrews 31, Kushida 26, and DJZ 40. Got a 35, which is not bad. Pentagon Jr. sustained a bicep strain, and Mark Andrews sustained a broken rib. Ooh, not good. And in an abysmal pre-show match, Kira Hojai defeated Raquel in 8:23 by pin of the spear. Kira Hojai 22, Raquel 17, got a 21. So we got to the Impact Zone, and out comes the beautiful people, and Sky has the mic. And Velvet Site, Impact Zone, we are back. The beautiful people come back to TNA Wrestling. And we are ready for the war with Decay. Tonight in the main event, it'll be us facing 3 women. 2 we know, 1 we don't. But what I want is a shot of Lockdown. In that cage, there'll be no James, no other Decay members, just me and her one-on-one. And with that we hear bang bang, chick chick, bang bang, have a nice day. Mick Foley's TNA theme, one of the best themes he's ever had. And Mick comes out and he goes, I am back in the Impact Zone, and I'm the GM for Explosion. And that means I'm in charge of the Knockouts and X Division. And everyone's chanting, Foley. Foley. Because obviously his contract with WWE's finished and he's come back to help Sting run Impact, run him TNA, and he's come over to do TNA wrestling for him. And he's like, Sky, you've got your wish a lot down to face Rosemary in the cage. I'm going to make this match for the pre-show, though. Angelina Love and Reign versus Winter, and whoever the mystery opponent is in tonight's main event. So we'll find out what that match will be and who that person will be. But we've got it here now. Well, I do need that in a bit, actually, but not yet. Obviously, every match on this card from Korakuen Hall will be. So we're going to have Rosemary taking on. Albert Sky taking on Rosemary, and that will be for the Knockouts title inside the cage, of course. And we'll pre-book that. There we go. Beautifully done. Gets a nice 53. That's good. Nice way to open up the show. In a table match, Mighty Bao, Ariandro, and Ali defeated Akira Hamada, Big Swole, and Brandy Rhodes in 7:44 when Ariandro pinned Brandy Rhodes with a split-legged leg drop. Ali 25, Aria got a 21, Mighty Bao got a 16, Brandy got a 13, Big Swole got a 32, and Akira Hamada got a 36. Got a 31 overall, which is not bad. Have a quick swig of this tea. In a bout, didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling. Caleb Connery defeated Amazing Red in 6-12 by the inverted overdriver. Caleb Connery 33, Amazing Red 28, got a 35. Not bad. And then we see Mick in his office. Sting's, which is obviously the same office we use as Sting's office. They only have one room they can use for this. And in comes Spud, and followed by DJ Z, and Mick looks up and he smiles, and Mick's like, DJ Z warned you, Spud, that I was coming, and here I am here. Now, I've seen how you've treated that title, and at Lockdown, it'll be you versus DJ Z. And he pauses, and Rockstar Spud's going crazy, and DJ Z's like, yes! Versus Zack Sabre Jr. versus Will Ospreay versus Pete Dunne versus Mark Andrews in an escape match. Now, both of you can moan. That's all you're getting. And I'll leave this room. So, they think DJ thinks he wins. And then he adds all of these matches on. Now, I ain't got the actual match, but I know how the match works. It's cage escape. We're just doing the cage modern, because then we can do it by pinfall. Let's search into the X Division's boys. So not only is he pitting, friend against friend here, because of course DJ Z's been working really well with DJ Z. Put him there. He's been working really well with Will Ospreay and Mark Andrews. Yeah. There, yeah. He's in the right place. I think Pete Dunne, I said, didn't I? And I said Zack Sabre Jr., and then of course, the champion, Rockstar Spud. So this is, quite big, because you've got your three members here. These three guys, these three here will, of course, be a part of the British invasion. And then you've also got DJ Z, Will Ospreay, and Mark Andrews, who have been working together. And now they've all got to go in a match against each other at Lockdown for the title. Be interested to see how that one goes. I guess a 48. Mick Foley worked well, so did Spud, but DJC didn't do that well without the script. In a pool match, ODB and Gail Kim defeated Awesome Kong and Laurel Van Ness in 6:51 when Gail Kim pinned Laurel Van Ness with a Hurricanrana. Laurel Van Ness 16, Awesome Kong 38, Gail Kim 39, ODB 39, got a 38. In about Tail Wrestling, and Cardi, Pete Dunne defeated Will Ospreay in 8-10 by pin of the Tiger Suplex. Ospreay 31, Pete Dunne 39, got a 29 overall. And in about Dinner Cheating, Tail Wrestling, The Decay, Winter, Rosemary, and of course the returning Daphne defeated the Beautiful People, Valp Sky, Madison Rain, Angelina Love in 1914 when Daphne pinned Angelina Love with the lobotomy. Daphne 25, Rosemary 35, and Winter 24. Angelina Love 24, about Madison Rain 33, and Valp Sky 40. James Mitchell good work at ringside, and we're going to pre-book at Lockdown, and there'll be a huge announcement for this match. There's going to be a huge update to this match. This match will probably get moved to the main card. I don't know yet. But yeah, so we now know that it's going to... Oh, what really actually... We need to head over to the women's division. And then we're going to get to see Madison Rain Madison Rain and Angelina Love on the pre-show. They will be in action against Daphne, who's meant to be retired but is not retired. It's really weird. And she will be joined by not Rosemary because she's champion, and it'll be Daphne and Winter. I don't know if Daphne and Winter ever really met on TNA because I think by the time Winter actually came in, she was gone. But there you go. So that is also booked. So that will be on the pre-show. That's where we finish this episode of Explosion. This is going to be terrible. 37. Yeah, I'm not going to complain with that. It's a B show, not too bothered. We'll see if the other episode of Explosion, and I'm going to make this as a part 2, and then I'll get on with doing the impacts. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in a few clicks. Welcome back. We're now back at Soundstage, and we're looking at a good match in about it's a Pro Wrestling a little heat. Epsisoed Jr. and Pete Dunne defeated Marufuji and Kushida in 8-11, and Epsisoed Jr. pinned Marufuji with a Tiger Suplex. Kushida 26, Marufuji 34, Pete Dunne 25, Epsisoed Jr. 46. I think this is going to be the worst taping we've done because there's not really a lot of storyline angles. In a pool match, the Decay, Daphne, Rosemary, and Winter defeat ODB, Jordan Grace, and Io Shirai in 7:51 when Daphne pinned Io Shirai with Daphne's. Winner 24, Rosemary 38, and Daphne 30. Io Shirai 32, Jordan Grace 41, and ODB 38. James Mitchell, good work at ringside. James Mitchell is on commentary as well. I didn't put him on commentary because I wanted for that to come up. But yeah, he goes, sits at the commentary desk, and he talks about how the beautiful people will be laying down to the Decay this coming Sunday night at Lockdown. And then Mick Foley comes to the ring and he's got 2 bags and he's got a big smile on his face, and he's like, you've seen it over the past weeks and months. Since Sting took over, the Knockouts division has become a big thing. A big thing. So I'm proud to announce after Lockdown we begin the journey to crown new Knockouts champions, Knockouts tag team champions. The titles are back. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the explosion after the tournament begins, we're going to be putting knockouts together, see how well they do. I haven't really worked out who's going to be teaming with who yet, but they're not going to be proper tag teams, of course. It's just going to be thrown together for now, and then if they work well, we'll make them permanent teams. But we've got a big main event tonight. A rivalry is relived tonight in the main event. But in a pool match, Will Ospreay and DGZ defeat Roxas Spud and Andrew Everett in 7:51 when DGZ pinned Andrew Everett at the Bible Black. DGZ 40, Will Ospreay 32, Andrew Everett 28, Roxas Spud 42, got a 40. Your main event tonight is Gail Kim taking on Awesome Kong. Gets a 41 in about a decent match of cards. Sub-Par Wrestling. Gail Kim defeated Awesome Kong in 22-18 by pin with the inverted stump face breaker. Awesome Kong 36, Gail Kim 39. These two have a great match, good chemistry, and it lifted the match. It got a 41. We finished the show with a 42 rating. That's better than the previous taping. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop recording here, and we'll see you in time for Impact Wrestling. 2 tapings, 1 go home, 1 not go home. The lockdown is just around the corner. Are you? Well, welcome back. Yesterday we did quite a bit of recording. We got the first 4 tapings done of Explosion Impact, and we got the next set of tapings of Explosion done. We've also got TNA Impact tapings this week, and then we've got Lockdown to do. But yeah, so we'll continue in this Christmas special episode. Bonus episode this week on Christmas Day. Recording it weeks prior to Christmas Day. It's only the 13th, so you can see how far ahead my recordings are. Means I can take a bit of a break and have a reprieve and then come back in January with a new mindset going forward into the series. I've got plans for all the series. It's just I need to take a little break from recording and rethink the plans. I think with certain people's contracts coming up in certain companies in these 2 states especially, not really the local to global, I think we need to rethink things through. But we're going to kick off with our first taping of Explosion tonight, Explosion Impact, the full bulk A show, 2-hour Shazam show. And I would like to announce we have got debuts, and we have got 2 returns and a debut here tonight. So this show is going to be a big one. But in a pre-show about didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling, the Decay, Mantaz, Crazy Steve and Psycho Clown defeat Juice von Liger and War Machine 814 when Mantaz pinned Ray Rowe with a flipping body slam. Psycho Clown 27, Crazy Steve 31, Mantaz 36, Hanson 30, Ray Rowe 22, and Juice von Liger 49. Liger there doing better than everybody else. In a decent pre-show match, Moose, Magnus, Jake Hager and Ethan Carter III defeat Aiden O'Shea, Bram, Eli Drake and Kingston in 8:29 when Jake Hager pinned Eli Drake with the Swagger Bomb. I really need to change his moveset. Ethan Carter 59, Jake Hager 54, Magnus 54, Moose 41, Kingston 39, Eli Drake 32, Bram 49. Who else we got there? 49, Aiden O'Shea, 35. Got a 54 overall. Not bad. Then in a pool pre-show match, Marty Skull, Jimmy Havoc and Doug Williams defeat Alex Zane, Chris Harris and Jesus Rodriguez in 9, 35 and Jimmy Havoc pinned Chris Harris with the Death Valley driver. Doug 49, Jimmy 25, Marty Skull 40, Jesus Rodriguez 30, Chris Harris 27, Alex Zane 37. And they got a 42. Not bad. Obviously, TNA legend there coming back for one night only. And then a decent pre-show match. Cody defeated Buff Bagwell in 14-31 by Open the Crossroads. Buff Bagwell 25, Cody 56. I ain't got a match for the champion on the card tonight, so I'll put him on the pre-show because I already feel we've already got 2 decent post-show matches as well for tonight. So I'll put him on the pre-show. He does appear on the pay-it card in a promo package, but that's fine. And we open up the night with Drew Galloway, and he's backstage, and he opens straight to him backstage, and Drew's like, "We are backstage, and I'm getting ready for my main event tonight as I face Lance Archer. 2 weeks Sunday Night Live from Japan. It's going to be me getting us the advantage for that Lethal Lockdown, for our Lethal Lockdown match. It'll be us going in and winning. Or my name is not Drew. I don't know why I put Drew McIntyre. Drew Galloway. Obviously, I'm thinking WWE name here. It's Drew Galloway. We get to 57. Not a bad promo from them guys, actually. And we open up in this short match where Mike Bennett just gets a win over Al Snow in 5:23 by putting the photo finish. Al Snow 29, Mike Bennett 53. I've got plans for Mike Bennett because he's really good in ring, and I think he's going to really start spicing up as we change our product, which should change before lockdown. Haha, at last. So yeah, I'm really excited for the future of Mike Bennett. I've got some big plans for him going into Slammiversary. And in a decent match, the Briscoes defeated All Night Express in 8:06 when Jay Briscoe pinned Rhett Titus. Mark Briscoe 48, Jay Briscoe 51, Kenny King 40, Rhett Titus 38. Got 51, which is not bad from the tag division there for us. And then we get this angle. After the break, after the bad break, hyping up lockdown, out comes Sting with a mic. And Sting's like, "Stop playing games. We know you're here. You're here. Get out here now, Challenge TV representative." So we get the music plays, and out comes John Laurinaitis. And he's on his mobility scooter, and he ain't got people power on it. It's got Challenge TV power on it. And he sits on it on the stage, and John's like, "Sting, Challenge are not happy with how you've been booking TNA. And I am here to give them what they want. Sting, I'm going to make sure you make the best possible make the best possible show and I've got a match planned right now. It's going to be Bully Ray facing this man." And then we get to hear this new theme song, and at the beginning it goes, "Did someone ask for a hero? Super Eric here. Super Eric is here to save the day." And out comes Super Eric, and he's all ready, and he goes, "Oh, by the way, this match is non-title." So if you don't know who Super Eric is, that of course is Eric Young. We know who he is. It's Eric Young. Obviously, his NXT contract came up. I re-signed him. He was going to go back to NXT, but I was like, "Yeah, come and join us. I've got plans for you." And I've got big plans for the Super Eric character. This is going to be what is going to happen after the match with Eric and Super Eric character, and what he does is going to be a long-term build. It's going to be a year, if not longer, build about this. Probably about a year, but we'll get into it. So in a good match, Super Eric defeated Bully Ray in 8:22 by people with a roll-up. Super Eric 48, Bully Ray 57, and got a 48. A nice little match there. And then after the match, Moose comes out. Moose's music hits, and he comes out on the stage, and he's laughing. He's like, "Did I just see that, Bully Ray? You got beaten by him? He might be wearing a mask, but we know who you are. Could you not hack it at WWE?" And then just, unless he says that word, something clicks in Eric, and Super Eric just snaps, and he starts slamming things around ringside, and he smashes up one of the screens they have on the announcer's table, and then Sting's music comes out, and Sting's like, "I've had it with all this. Moose versus Super Eric versus Bully Ray Lockdown. If Bully wins, Moose can't challenge for the belt, and if Moose wins, he don't get a rematch. If Super Eric wins, well, he becomes champion, and that's what I want from this match. Now get out of my ring." So, he's had enough of Moose and Buddy. He's had enough of Moose, and he's had enough of, he's had a full-on enough of what they're doing in the matches and stuff, and about the continuous attacking. So he's like, "Well, I'm going to put you in the cage, and if and he's like, well, if Bully, he's given these two a reason. If Moose wins, then Bully Ray can't have his automatic rematch. If Bully wins, Moose can't ever go for the bout again. And if Eric rings, well, he obviously probably will still get his automatic rematch because it's Eric really. But also, it means that Eric Young now wins the TNA United States title. As a TNA original, I ain't got a problem pushing him straight into the thing. He was only in WWE at this time for about a year, so I've got no issue pushing him straight into a title picture with the United States title. I've got no issue with that whatsoever. I've really got, in my opinion, Eric Young is still a TNA star. He only did WWE left and he's recently come back, so I've got no issue with that. And that goes to 55, not bad. And then we see the Bullet Club backstage, and they're looking into the camera, and Kenny's like, we like the idea of the match. The winner gets the advantage? So yeah, let's do that. Let's hang it above the ring. And it's going to be Nick versus Brother Nero next week in a ladder match. You see, these men will lose to us in the steel cage. Eddie, we are watching your match next. So Eddie Edwards has got a match tonight. It's not against one of the Bullet Club. Obviously, you've seen now the Bullet Club being used. No, next week on TNA Impact, it will be... I can't find it. 1v1 search. It's going to be Brother Nero taking on... Where is he? I said Nick, didn't I? Yep, so Nick. I'll double check that. In a ladder match pre-book. There you go, Brother Nero versus Nick Jackson in a ladder match. Yep. Goes to 45, not bad. So yeah, obviously Matt will take on. I'm also going to do this match next week. I've decided it was announced after the show. I'm on, after this show aired live, but this would be happening. Obviously, we're taping it. It'll be Broken Matt taking on Matt Jackson as well in singles action next week. So that will happen also next week. There you go, so both the tag teams are split up, but that'll be fine. So the winner of this match, in the ladder match, gets will climb up and get the advantage for the Lethal Lockdown on Sunday night. Obviously, that's 2 weeks away when we take this. In an exceptional match, Eddie Edwards defeated D'Angelo Dinero by pinfall the forward Longborough. D'Angelo Dinero got a ring performance of 71, Eddie 56. Seriously, I need to do something with him because he's amazing in ring and he's doing great. I've got plans for D'Angelo Dinero now. I wasn't too sure about him, but I've definitely got plans. But at the moment, we're just going to be using this to advance forward into the match. And after the match, Cody and Adam hit the ring from out the crowd. And then the Wolves music hits, and out comes Davey Richards for the save. And he then asks for Mike, and he's like, "Look, you're now outnumbered because I am back. And in 2 weeks, you better find someone from your numbers to face me. You see, I sat at home injured, and I've had it with all of you. Next week, it'll be the Wolves taking on Cody and Adam Cole." So, ladies and gentlemen, the American Wolves are back. The Wolves, obviously, a big part of TNA during this time, being brought in by MVP in making a debut in Scotland. Jeez, that shows you how bloody much of a fan I am. But I can still remember who brought them in and when. And they have just announced that they're going to be taking on Cody and Adam Cole next week. I think he's in well-known, Adam Cole. So this will be the first appearance of Davey, and he's also said he wants to face one of their numbers next week. But that's going to be interesting to see. The Wolves are back. They're also going to be in action next week. They get a nice 47. Not bad. In a decent match, Jay Lethal defeated Grado in 7:35 by people with a flying elbow drop. Grado 23, Jay Lethal 57. I know that I'm squashing him out all the time, but I've got no plans for Grado yet. I have got plans for Grado going forward. And I think they might come into fruition when Trish and after lockdown. I'm not sure yet. That gets a nice 50. In about these special cards, Subpar Wrestling, Red Dragon defeated Most of Machine Guns, Mustache Man and the Bromez in 10:02. The order elimination was Mustache Man first, then the Bromez, and finally Most of Machine Guns. Robbie E got a 32, Jesse Goddard's got a 31, Saban got a 50, Shelley got a 45, Tyler Bate 26, Trent Sowen 24, Kyle O'Reilly 45, and Bobby Fish 37. Got a 44. Not bad, guess some of the tag team division on the screen. And then we go backstage and we see Paul Heyman, and he's like, "So I'm here backstage at the Impact Zone, and in a little bit, Lance goes to war. You see, Frontline will win the advantage, and that lockdown advantage. You see, Drew, we heard what you said, and that's a lie. Stop getting the fans' hopes up, because you will lose." See you later. And they walk off. And he gets 62. Ryan Reavers is also in action tonight, taking on Kurt Angle. Lashley is not in action on the main card. He's on the post-show match, but will be in action probably next week. In a decent match, Drazen Jr. and Abyss defeat Juice Robinson and Brian Cage in 6:45, and Abyss pinned Juice Robinson with a Black Hole Slam. Abyss 59, Dragon 34, Brian Cage 35, Juice Robinson 32. I want to see how well he does when the change happens. I think all of these guys are going to really pick it up. Abyss has got a 51. He is amazing in ring. And in an exceptional match, Ryan Reavers defeated Kurt Angle in 8:30 by pinfall. Kurt Angle 72. Ryan Reavers got a 64. And I got 62 overall, which is not bad. That leads us into tonight's main event as Drew Galloway will take on Lance Archer in the main event. Of course, the winner getting the advantage in the opening Lethal Lockdown match. And in a superb match, Lance Archer defeated Drew Galloway in 22 minutes 18 by pinfall. Lance Archer got a 59, Drew Galloway got a 60. And it's got a 59. Lance Archer benefited from being in amazing form, which is nice for Lance. That's brilliant. And that's just where we close out the show. That's where the show ends with, the rest of the front line coming out with him and Lashley celebrating with Paul Heyman and that going, "Whoa, we got the advantage, woohoo!" And in a superb post-show match, Bill Goldberg and Tiger Mask defeat Aaron Rex and Lashley in 12:20 when Tiger Mask pinned Lashley with a crossface chicken ring suplex. Lashley 61, Aaron Rex 58, Tiger Mask 46, and Bill Goldberg obviously getting a 71. Got a 50 overall, which is not bad. And in an opponent about great heat and decent wrestling, Bullet Club, Matt, Nick, Adam, and Kenny defeat MVP James Storm and the Broken Hardys in 15:10. When Kenny Omega pinned MVP. Broken Matt Hardy got a 52, Nero got a 60, Storm got a 62, MVP got a 51, Kenny got a 46, Adam got a 48, Nick Jackson got a 45, and Matt Jackson got a 50. That's where we finished tonight's first tapings. Let's see how that does for our ratings. It gets a 59. Increased our popularity in 12 regions. Of course, the issue of Challenge TV. But no one, I can get us on ITV2 if we hadn't failed with the pop, which will be the plan in a year's time. We'll move TNA onto ITV2 in Britain. But I'm quite happy with that show of 59 overall. Not our best show we've done, but, with the main event being as bad as it was, getting a 59, I'm not really going to complain with that, to be honest. No, I think that's quite a good rating for us. Increase our popularity in 12 regions, which is what we need. So let's go back now and let's finish that show. Let's save this. You can see what we're doing. Save. So yeah, we've got John Laurinaitis on the show now. He won't be appearing on every show like Sting. He'll make an occasional appearance because he's also a road agent. But yeah, I'm going to show you Super Eric's contract. If I can find him. Here is Super Eric. And he's on a 2-year contract, and we're paying him He's a written contract, and we're paying exclusive written. And we're paying him $20,300 per month, and he's obviously a 3-year deal. So that's what 2017, 2018, 2019. He will leave us eventually, but I'll hopefully re-sign him back then anyway. We've got some people with bloody morale issues. Of course, Alex Zane, Buff Bagwell, who might make an appearance on Rex, TN Impact. So we got a 0.10, 36,173 viewers, which is not good. But that's because we're only on, obviously our small little network TV on the TNA network. But I'm going to pause this, and I'll be back in a little bit with the second show, which is a go-home show. Expect fireworks. We'll see you again real soon. So we're really not getting the people into attendance, but that's why we've got to rebuild TNA Wrestling. This is why Sting's built the company, to rebuild it back to where it was. We're not even selling out the soundstage in Universal at the moment, which is ludicrous. But we open this week with Frontline fighting, Drew Even and Magnus backstage. They're literally brawling all over the parking lot, and then they're using weapons. This goes on for about 5 minutes, with Paul Heyman just standing there giggling. And then before security find them with Sting, and he is angry and says like, "That is it. All of you go home. Your matches will be scrapped tonight. I cannot have this with John around. Go home, and I'll see you at the airport tomorrow." Obviously, this has been taped for next week after last night's Impact. After the live Impacts, it's been taped for next week. So obviously, we've got to treat it as the go-home show. I couldn't do the ladder match because one of the companies we got a TV deal with, which I'm really tempted to cancel, keep moaning at me. When it ain't challenge, it's the Mexican TV deal we've got. In an exceptional match, Biss defeated Bill Goldberg in 8:27 by Bill the Black Hole Slammer. Biss got a 60, Goldberg got a 70. Definite times of lack of thingamage and drift. Bill Goldberg's off his game. He got 56. In a good match, the Wolves defeat Cody and Adam Cole in 8:20 when Dave Richards pinned Adam Cole with the shooting star press. Cody Edwards 56, Dave Richards 57, Adam Cole 47, and Cody got 56, got a 60 overall. Not bad. In about a good heat and decent wrestling, James Storm then goes on to beat Kingston in 7:56 by pin for the Isle of Storm. James Storm got a 63, Eddie Kingston got a 38, got a 58 overall. And after the match, Kenny and Adam jump in the ring from the crowd and attack Storm. Then MVP comes out with a kendo stick for the save and helps Storm up. This gets a 53, and MVP's like, I've had it with all of this shit. And this Sunday Night Live at Lockdown is going to be us winning and beating Bullet Club. And tonight, Jeff Hardy will get the advantage and will win the ladder war. Obviously, it's now not a ladder match because of reasons of TV companies holding our shows. In about good heat and decent good wrestling, Moose defeat D'Angelo Dinero in 8:13 by pin of the Game Breaker. Moose 41, D'Angelo Dinero 69, got a 54 overall. Then after the match, we go to Bully Ray backstage, who gets a 62, and Bully's like, do you know who I am? I'm Bully Ray. Now Sting put me in this match, and it's stupid. I will beat all of them on Sunday at Lockdown. Moose and Super think they are so good. They're not. I'm the best in this company. I am the best in all of wrestling. I am Bully Ray. He's not in action tonight, but he has a nice promo there. Brilliantly done. And in about a good heat and decent wrestling, Kenny Omega defeat MVP in 8:08 by pinfall. MVP 49. Kenny got a 46. Got a 53 overall. Not bad. In a decent match, Aaron Rex defeat Jesus in 8:22 by pinfall the Terminus. Aaron Rex 55. Jesus Rodriguez 25. Got a 48 overall. Beautifully done. In about good heat and decent wrestling, Broken Matt Hardy defeated Matt Jackson at 57 by pin of the Twist of Fate. Broken Matt Hardy 52, and Matt Jackson got a 47. That's not good, he got a groin strain. Thank you, Bully. And then in our main event of the night, Jeff Hardy will take on Nick Jackson in what should have been a ladder match. But in a good match, Jeff Hardy defeated Nick Jackson in 26-20-15 by pin of the Swanton Bomb. Hardy got 64, Nick Jackson got a 45. Got a 49. This is going to really bog down our show. And then he gets a 53, but still increased our popularity in 10 regions. Didn't do very well in America, but it was a kind of like, let's stack everything against the show. I'll see you guys in Japan when we get to lockdown real soon. Well, like I said, our attendance is going to be bad, but we have got 100 more we're expecting. Of course, Corrigan Hall holds 1,500, and we've only got 210 paying customers tonight for TNA Wrestling's Lockdown Live from Corrigan Hall. I'm not going to complain. I can't be asked. But in a decent pre-show match, Chrsthmast defeated Kingston in a cage match in 8:28 when Chrsthmast escaped the cage. Kingston 26, Chrsthmast got a 68. Of course, being in his home country, he's going to get the better rating in this match, giving us a 57. Beautiful. In an abysmal pre-show match, Gail Kim, Brandy Rhodes, Big Swole, and Akira Hamada defeated Ariana, Andrew, Laura Van Ness, and Maria Kanellis in a cage match in 9:36 when Gail Kim pinned Maria Kanellis with the inverted stomp face breaker. Akira Hamada got a 45, Big Swole got a 19, Brandy got a 10, Gail Kim got a 25, Maria 15, Laura Van Ness 13, Ariana got a 12, and Ali got a 19. This is why I'm so excited, because in the next episode we're changing all the storylines now. Of course, this is where all the storylines end tonight on this show, and also not only are we ending storylines, when we get to the next taping, our product changes. And also, I need to sort out our merchandise because we're not doing Wrestler Pacific merchandise. We're just releasing things on DVD. So that is being upgraded. Don't panic. In a poor pre-show match, Amazing Red, Kushida and Marufuji defeat Andrew Everett, Caleb Connolly, and Pentagon Jr. in a cage match in 8:30 when Marufuji pinned Caleb Connolly. Pentagon Jr. got a 42, Caleb got a 21, Andrew Everett got a 24, Marufuji got a 64, Kushida got a 52, and Amazing Red got a 25, of course, being Japanese. And then, of course, we do in a decent pre-show match. Jake Hager defeated Aaron Rex in a cage match in 9:20 by the Swagger Bomb. Jake Hager 52, Aaron Rex 45. And I had to put Decay in a match, and here it is. In a terrible pre-show match, the Decay, Drazen Jr., Mantez, Psycho Clown Abyss, and Crazy Steve defeat Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, Brian Cage, Baron Griffiths, making his TNA debut here tonight. And Juice Robinson in a cage match for O2, and Abyss pinned Baron Griffiths with a Black Hole Slam. Abyss got a 50, Psycho Clown got a 24. Crazy Steve got a 20, Mantez got a 21, Dragon X got a 27. Juice Robinson got a 32, Baron Griffiths 20, Brian Cage 25, Kyle O'Reilly 50, and Bobby Fish 46. That's where the pre-show ends. We've only got one angle on the main card because of being in Japan in Korakuen Hall. I didn't want to get the complaints of the language barrier, so I haven't put anybody in an angle tonight. We're just going to get straight into it, and it gets a 50, which is not bad tonight. TNA comes to Japan and it begins with its steel, and it brings with it the steel cage. Tonight, TNA Wrestling is live from Korakuen, and it is a night of challenges and deadly surprises. Tonight, anything will and could happen. And now, Direct Insurance and TNA Wrestling presents TNA Lockdown 2017. And we cut to Korakuen Hall where the cage is set up. There is no roof on it because of Korakuen Hall. So what will happen is the wrestlers, every time a wrestler enters the ring, they'll bring a weapon with them in both of the Lethal Lockdown matches, including except for the first one where everyone will bring a weapon in with them. Yeah, and the same in the main event, everyone brings their own weapon with them. It's a small venue. The announcers talk about the card tonight, and then Dave's match and Angelina Love and Rain versus Winter and Daphne, of course, are now being moved to the main card, and we kick it off with Frontline versus Drew Magnus and Eva Carterford in the Lethal Lockdown match. Let's get this show on the way. Gets a 57, which is beautiful, and in a decent match, the Frontline, Lance Archer, Lashley and Ryan Reavers defeat Drew Galloway, Magnus and Eva Carterford in a Lethal Lockdown in 25-25 when Ryan Reavers pinned Magnus. Drew Galloway brings in a steel chair. Ryan Reavers brings in a steel pipe. Lashley brought in a kendo stick. Lance Archer brought in a spiked club, and then Magnus brought in a steel guardrail from the ringside area, and then even Carterford brought in a trash can full of loads of weapons, and that's what will happen in the main event. Ryan Reavers 53, Lashley 49, Lance Archer got 63, even Carterford got a 40, Magnus 33, and Drew Galloway 42. The reason I put this on before is all of these guys are great wrestlers in America, but in Japan, the only person who's really over in that group of men there in front of you is Lance Archer, hence why it was opening match. It did pretty well though, 57. I bet the main event's going to do better with Kenny Omega and Cody in that in it. But this gets 35. And of course, we're doing the same where we put Pat Kenny and Jeremy Borash on commentary for these matches, as you can see there. So in about to Pro Wrestling a Little Heat, Rockstar Spud defeated Pete Dunne, Mark Andrews, Zack Sabre Jr. and Will Ospreay and DJZ in a cage match in 11:02, and Rockstar Spud pinned Pete Dunne with a tilt-a-wall DDT. Spud makes events number 4 of the TNA X Division title. Will Ospreay head and shoulders over nuts, so I think that's fair to say. DJZ 29, Pete Dunne 23, Mark Andrews 20, Zack Sabre Jr. 46, Will Ospreay 55, and Spud got a 34. Not good that Rockstar Spud sustained a broken foot. Mark Andrews, of course, working through his broken ribs, and Pete Dunne was really off his game, got a 35. Thank you for that. We'll see. Will Ospreay broke Rockstar Spud's foot. Good job I'm putting them two in the next storyline for the X Division title and Explosion, so we can play that into it, which will be fun. And in about Terrible Wrestling, this is the crowdy Angelina Love and Madison Rayne defeat Daphne and Winter in a cage match in 10:39 when Madison Rayne escaped the cage. Madison Rayne 24, Angelina Love 18, Winter 23. Daphne got a 30, so he got a 29, which is not the best, but we'll accept it. This did well, 59 for all these great wrestlers. New Japan have stopped doing our talent trading deal, so I couldn't bring anyone in from New Japan, but I had a deal with Noah, Wrestle One, not Noah, Wrestle One and All Japan. So I brought Ultimo Dragon in from All Japan for this match. That's the only Japanese wrestler I could bring in, but I thought it would be pretty good to put him in this one. But in an exceptional match, Rey Mysterio Jr. defeated Ultimo Dragon and Juice von Liger in a cage match in 20 minutes 34, and Rey Mysterio pinned Ultimo Dragon with the 619 into seated senton. Rey Mysterio makes defense number 2 of the NWA World Heavyweight title. Ultimo 62, Liger 68, and Rey Mysterio 62. All of these have pretty good popularity. The most popular guy in this from Japan is, of course, Liger. But Ultimo Dragon has great popularity, so did Rey Mysterio. They're all masked, so I thought it'd be a pretty fun, high-flying, risk-taking match to put them all together, and I bet it was. In a good match, Davey Richards defeated Bad Luck Fale in a cage match 11:05 by Pivot the Tiger Bomb. Davey Richards 46, Bad Luck Fale 62, got a 61, beautiful match. Bad Luck Fale, of course, very popular here, also part of the Bullet Club. He has actually signed a permanent deal with TNA Wrestling on the pay-per-view appearance, so he will be on Impact every week alongside the rest of the Bullet Club. But he's the person, of course, Dave Richards said, bring one of your people with us, bring one of your people here, and they have done. And so we'll see Bad Luck Fale sign with TNA, and we'll see him more often. In an abysmal match, Velvet Sky defeated Rosemary in a cage match in 13-24, when Velvet Sky escaped the cage. She's now the Knockouts champion. Rosemary 24, Velvet Sky 18. Of course, I want to keep the Decay and Beautiful People storyline going. They will obviously get a permanent storyline now. Now we can reset the storylines, so that will be something going forward into Slammiversary. Of course, we're going to be pairing up everybody off camera. So as I said, I'm going to take a little break, but probably tomorrow I'll sit down and I'll set everything up tomorrow. Ow. I'm trying to be nice to my cat, and she's now biting me and telling me off. So I guess 24. Not bad. And then in a bout of these Subpar Wrestling, Super Eric defeated Moose and Bully Ray in a cage match in 15-36 when Super Eric pinned Moose with a spiked power driver. Super Eric is now the TNA United States champion. Moose 19, Bully Ray 61, Super Eric 34. Got 49. Not the best match, but this is the semi-main of the night because I wanted to get this across. But I'm not sure who's going to go into the next storyline because I want to keep... I'm really thinking that there's going to be a storyline between Bully Ray and Super Eric. But during this match, we hear Moose. What happens is, and I need to get this across, is during the match, everything's fine. Super Eric is being Eric Young behind the mask like he always is, happy-go-lucky. Then Bully Ray and Moose both shout at him, "Why did you forget about WWE?" And he just snaps. And he literally just grabs both of them and he just repeatedly smashes both of them, Bully Ray and Moose's heads, repeatedly into the cage until they're both covered in blood, and then he pins Moose, and then he hits a spike power driver on Moose and pins him 1-2-3 to win the title. And then as soon as that, something else clicks and he goes back to his normal characteristics. Is going to be a thing I need to get across. Oh yeah. Then in a superb match, oh good, this is actually the same I main. In a superb match, Kurt Angle and Bill Goldberg defeated Mike Bennett and Jay Lethal in a cage match in 14-40 when Kurt Angle pinned Mike Bennett. Bill Goldberg 65, Kurt Angle 74, Jay Lethal 46, and Mike Bennett 49. So every year the Big Four will happen. The final one pay-per-view will happen in America, one pay-per-view will happen in Japan, one will happen in the UK, and one will happen in Canada, like the Big Four every year. So I'm not sure yet, but I think Slammiversary next year will go to Korakuen Hall. Bound for Glory will be going to Canada, and obviously Lockdown will go to the UK. And I get a 58, which I'm quite happy with. Now we're going to go into the main event of the night. Gets a 57, not the best. But in a decent match, Bully Club, TNA, Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson defeat Eddie Edwards, MVP, Jeff Hardy, Broken Matt Hardy, and James Storm in a lethal lockdown match in 43 minutes and 13 seconds when Kenny Omega pinned Broken Matt Hardy. James Storm 51, Broken Matt Hardy 34, Jeff Hardy 59, MVP 45, Eddie Edwards 44, Nick Jackson 50, Matt Jackson 49, Cody got 52 out there, Adam Cole got 35, and of course Kenny Omega being very popular in Japan got a 72. And that gets a 57. Not the best main event, not the best show, but was expecting it. We're in Japan. I'm not expecting to get a 80 rated show through and through unless you get some of the big names. It lost its popularity in 2 regions, but increased popularity in 23 regions. So it's all in all a brilliant show. We're going to make a speech now. The speech is going to go to Kenny Omega. It's going to go to Kurt Angle. And it's also going to Juice and Liger as well. Because these guys were the top wrestlers, I think, for all of us. Juice and Liger. Can't do it now. Juice and Liger, there we go. So we're going to be praised. And we're going to praise all of them. We're going to make the speech. Kenny Omega seemed pleased. Kurt Angle seemed pleased. And Juice and Liger seemed pleased. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Well, technically speaking, yeah, the Christmas special. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've had a good time. Hopefully you enjoyed the Lockdown pay-per-view, and we'll see you in the next episode where everything goes back to normal. Well, this is now going to be one episode ahead of all the others. But yeah, anyway, we'll see you. This might miss a week, so that the others can catch up with this after using this one. So this might miss a week, so all the numbers match up like they normally do. But yeah, so... It might not though, because I've got big plans for this series. I think this is the series I've got the most plans for. So I'll see you guys on the other side of the new year. Thanks for watching.